Okay, let's talk about drug offenses. Unfortunately, drug addiction is highly prevalent in Canada. The availability of drugs seems to be high, and as a result, people are investigated by the police, often by undercovers, and are arrested for drug possession. Sometimes that possession is of a sufficient quantity that it is believed that they have so much drugs that it's not just for themselves, but in fact they're doing it for the purpose of trafficking, so that's its own offense. And then lastly, there's the trafficking offense itself. Some people believe that trafficking is the providing of drugs for money, which of course that is one way in which trafficking can be made out, but there's also less obvious ways. There's actually no need for money to trade hands. In fact, there's even no need for the drugs to actually change hands. What's required is an agreement to sell. So be careful if you're in that line of work. Hopefully you're not. Now, defending drug offenses is very complex. Oftentimes for trafficking, it's typically an identification defense or some type of agent for the purchaser defense, whereby you're not actually the trafficker, you're merely acting as agent for the person buying. For possession, defending possession and possession for the purpose, oftentimes if the substance is not real, that can be a defense. Or the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms may come into play, where police have overstepped the bounds of law in their investigation such that the individual's rights have been infringed, and it's for the court to decide, first of all, whether there's been an infringement, and if so, often in drug cases, a defense lawyer will seek to have the drugs excluded from the trial, which effectively provides an acquittal. So it's very complex. It's not something to be easily undertaken on one's own, and if you're charged with a drug offense, I highly recommend that you seek and obtain counsel from a defense lawyer, because it's not something that you're going to probably be able to handle on your own.